What is going on, everybody? It's me, Severin7, and today I have an awesome deck to show you, a Simic Aggro list that has been crushing it for me on the ladder. I have been having a great time playing this during testing, and it's been putting up awesome results. So before we put it through 40 games for you guys, let's get into that deck list. Alright, here we are, Simic Aggro, and boy has this deck just been putting up some awesome results for me. I've been very impressed with this. And just, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of just threw this together because I wanted an excuse to play Diversion Unit, and Sita Varma looked really interesting to me, and I just really have been missing playing an aggressive deck, and I hate playing red variants and things like that, so I wanted to try something different. And I think I really stumbled onto something here, because this lets me play cards I really love, like Mockingbird, which is fantastic at either copying our own spells or copying our opponent's creatures. Paw Patch Recruit's really good. Unsummon is fantastic at either getting things out of the way or protecting our own stuff. And a card you probably aren't expecting, Zephyr Singer. This card has actually been incredible for me. You know, just giving some really key creatures flying, being able to give Query and Beast Callers or Evolving Adaptives flying, just to, you know, get them off the ground so they're harder to block, and then pumping them up with things like Tyvar and Sita Varma have been just awesome. This deck is super, super resilient. It's very, Diversion Unit is a card, man. This is a very good card, and it definitely doesn't only have to go in an aggro artifacts list or any artifact list. It fits right at home in this deck. So other cards that we've got to support, we have 3 Evolving Adaptives, 3 Paw Patch Recruits, and 3 Mockingbirds as our 1-drops. There's a lot of 3-ofs instead of 4-ofs in this list because I kind of wanted to diversify a little bit just to make sure that we kind of had an answer for everything. But these 3 1-drops have been the best so far. We have 2 Tyvar stands and 3 unsummons here as well to either protect our creatures or just, you know, make blocking situations bad for our opponents. A couple of Scavenging Ooze in the list to help us deal with graveyard-based decks. This card has also been fantastic. Query and Beast Caller is a wonderful card, as you all know, as long as you have lots of cheap creatures to play, which we do. 95% of our deck costs 2 or less. And Zephyr Singer technically can cost 2 mana, or well, it can cost 0 mana if we have enough blue creatures on the battlefield. So those have been quite nice. I've really been liking Web Strike Elite as a 2-of, because we don't need big, like, you know, double green 3/3s for 2. But having this, honestly, like, we don't usually have an issue casting this when we want to. But the cycling ability on it is very nice. And then we've got 3 Spinner of Souls to make sure that if our opponent is removing all of our stuff, we are getting free creatures out of it. 2 Tyvar, the Pummeler, to go along with Sita as our kind of finisher cards that help us pump all of our little guys up and make them difficult to deal with. And a nice little combo too with Spinner of Souls. You know, if you sacrifice Diversion Unit to go and counter a board wipe or something, you at least get a free creature out of it if you have Spinner of Souls in the battlefield. And then we have a Simic land base. A couple of Fabled Passages and a Restless Vinestock, just so that we have at least 1 man land in the mana base, and this is one of the better ones since it's a 5/5. And Fabled Passages to help thin the deck out because we don't want to miss our land drops, but we want to make sure that we're not getting land flooded either, because 5 mana is absolutely where the highest we really need to be. And yeah, this deck it's awesome. I've been having a blast with this, and it is so good. So we're gonna put it through 40 games. We're gonna see how it does on the ladder. I'll catch you at the end for the post-game wrap. All right, let's Simic it up. I'm Magic. Like, you're a magic thing, or you are magic. You are Magic the Gathering incarnate. Opponent's going first. Dismal Backwater for the opponent. All right, let's get down Evolving Adaptive, so we can start evolving it. See if they want to let it live. Nothing on turn 2. Can't complain about that from Demir. All right. They draw and discard. Interesting. Oh, whoa, whoa. Auto tapper almost screwed me. All right, so what does he have? I mean, he has to do something here. Okay, well, board wipe's out of the question now. Sure. That does stop me for a turn. Diversion unit coming in clutch here, I think. Opponent says nice. I think they have a board wipe. I think they have... Okay. Well, are they hoping I would just, like, snap counter it? GG. I'm ready. Ninja Shaman. That sounds terrifying. Can you imagine like a shamanic ninja? Just super silent, but also, like, really wise. I think I'm fine with this. And we get to go first, which is always a blessing. It's black. The question is it roots? I'm gonna play Beast Caller, take the risk that we can get through one more turn. If they remove the Beast Caller, then we play Paw Patch and then leave up Plume-Creed Escort. But getting the Query and Beast Caller down early is always the best play. Underground Mortuary. So they are the colors of roots, but are they roots? We've got a pretty fast start here, so I think the only thing I'd like better than what's going on right now is a diversion unit. Insidious Fungus. Sure. Eaten Alive. This grows the Beast Caller and protects the Beast Caller and the GG. Like, this is such a good deck, man. This deck has felt great. Diamond! Boom! Right out of platinum. We're gonna be late. Dusty Mac Attack. Dusty Mac Attack, huh? Opponent goes first. I don't know how I feel about this hand. It feels like really great if this wasn't a tap land, but I think I'm gonna keep it. Blood Farm Verge and Nesting Bot. I might could possibly regret that. I'm gonna play Evolving Adaptive, and then we'll fetch a blue with this next turn if we don't draw a land, and then we'll play Paw Patch. Macadant. All right. I probably should have mulliganed, to be honest. See how badly I get punished. There's a synthesizer. Well, if they're playing nesting bots and stuff, that does mean that they have a much lower... I'm tempted to just get rid of that, but... Let's get in for 2 here. And I think I'll just unsummon the Mechadant. Mendicant. Do they have something to get a synthesizer token? They do. Man, we are not getting lucky here. Now that Power Stone does help us activate abilities, but we've really got to get caught up here. We need lands. Okay. You got a Simic Aggro synthesizer deck. We got screwed on lands. GG. I mean, it was my fault. I should have mulliganed. Mulligan, always be aggressive with your mulligans. Doot doot doo. Hutley hut. Hoot hoot hootelly hut. We get to go first. Sure. Suppose we'll go ahead and get a forest with this on turn 1 instead of holding up on summon on turn 1. Depends on what they're playing. I guess we're not going to know what they're playing super fast. Maybe we will. It's a swamp. Forest. Don't think I'm willing to run that into a cut down. Carrot cake. All right. They keep it on top. Diversion unit. Smash. If they try to get rid of the unit, I'll unsummon it. If they play something scary, I'll counter it. If we're extra lucky, they may even wait to do it until our turn. Sanguine Evangelist, sure. So there seems like they're more of an aggressive token shell, which we should be favored against. All right, I'm gonna take a risk here. This way, at least if they remove something, we get a free creature out of it. And we can block the token. Caretaker's Talent, sure. Make a copy of the rabbit, I guess. Or cut down something. What you gonna do? They cut down the adaptive of all things. That does not seem like the correct play, in my opinion. Well, I'm not gonna convoke this. I do like the... I've actually been impressed with this card because it's really helped me, like, get over the top of a lot of decks. Yep. No thanks. Diversion unit OP, and we get to draw a creature from Spinner. Combo! And that should do it, ladies and gents, because they have no more manas, and they had to spend 2 life on the cave, so 2 + 3 = 5. GG. Are you scared of no sunfall? Who is it this time? Midnight Rider. Night Rider. I like this hand. It's swell. Oh, elves. All right. Let's see who's faster. We need to draw lands. If we can draw like 2 lands, I'll be super happy. As much as I don't want to, this is the right play, I believe. Opponent gets in for 2, we will do nothing. Tywar the Pummeler. Yep, you got it. That was a very good card. It's such a good card that I will gladly copy it. Because I also play Tywar in my deck. That felt nice. So next turn, what I think I'll do, depending on what they do this turn, if they don't find a 4th land, I might try to like set up for like an all-out attack next turn. If that's all they're gonna do this turn, I'm totally fine with that. I will happily just block with my Tyvar. They tap something, I tap something, do a little tippy tappy. Tippy tippy tap. Tippy tippy tappy tap tap. All right. So here's what I'm thinking. Evolving Adaptive. Grow the Quirion Beastcaller. Mockingbird for 0 on Adaptive. Seat of Arma. Grow the Beastcaller. Grow the Adaptives. Get in for 6. They don't block. They're hinging on keeping a board of elves. Llanowar Loam Speaker, sure. It doesn't do a whole lot for him. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Mockingbird. That would give him enough mana. Oh, he scooped. Okay. Huh. I'm trying to make sure I'm doing this right, and he got sick of waiting. I'm sorry, guys. It's time. Scanak Biapolo. Scanak Biapolo. With the opponent going first, I don't hate this. We'll keep. I'll take the risk. If they don't play something on turn 1, I'll play the passage. Or not, we'll just play the island. So now if they play something, I can unsummon it right away. It doesn't feel great, but I don't want to leave that on the battlefield for them to start gaining life with. Let's get down Beast Caller. And then we'll see what they decided to take with the bat this time. This should throw their turn off though, because now they can't play a 3-drop if they want to replay the bat, so either way we get a little tempo out of it. Assuming they don't just have a cut down. I would imagine they would take either stand or unsummon. I would take stand personally. They take unsummon. Well, double Querying Caller sounds real good with Tyvar stand to back it up. If they have nowhere to run, I can't do anything about that, but Amalia, sure. Essence Channeler. If they put it in the graveyard, then we know that they're not. Okay. Grow the Beast Callers. Opponent does not block. Okay. Grow the Beast Callers. Bounce the Ruin Lurker Bat. Force them to block with the Essence Channeler. Well, they're not forced to block with it, but they would be very not smart to just let all this damage through. Because they currently don't have a way to damage themselves to give the Essence Channelers flying, and I can block the Amalia regardless. So they would need to put quite a lot into, yeah. So they get to put that counter on something, but the important part is it doesn't get to go on a lifelinker. Which was my biggest concern, was them just blocking with a channeler and then slapping it onto a Ruin Lurker Bat or to a Deep Cavern Bat, and then gaining a bunch of life. They put it on Amalia. Sheltered by Ghost. That is a lot of lifelink. That is a lot of lifelink. And if I had tapped better, I would actually have the mana to counter that. No, it only counters instants and sorceries. What did he target with this? Not sure if I can get out of this anymore. Unfortunately, that was a lot of life gain. I need something... Need something like a Tyvar. Tyvar Stand's really good. Tyvar Stand is very helpful. That's gonna help us get out of this, I think, but barely. Tyvar Stand actually gives us hope. Because now I can block the Amalia, Tyvar Stand. It's gonna want to attack with the Ruin Lurker Bat, but that wouldn't be super smart. Darkstar Augur could kill him for us. That was pretty brave. I mean, he's gonna gain 7 life here, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Free land, Starscape Cleric. This is getting dicey. I gotta draw something here. Unfortunately, he has a lot of flying damage. Ah, no, I'm just dead, aren't I? I'm just dead to the flyers. What am I talking about? Alright, life gain got us. Life gain is the bane to Aggro's existence. It's the giant. Not the giant. How are you playing Magic the Gathering Arena? That doesn't seem plausible. Wish I had a 1-drop, but I don't. Duress. Well, that's unfortunate. Bye-bye, Tyvar Stand. Well, I suppose I'll play Web Strike Elite, since it's the only thing they can't just cut down. It's probably gonna die to a regular 2-mana removal spell. Deep Cavern Bat. Okay. I assume they take Sita Varma. That's what I would take. Maybe he cares about the Plume-Creed Escorts, though. Maybe he cares about that Hexproof. He does! Nice. I don't want to just do nothing here. I guess I'll hold up Plume-Creed Escort in case he tries to get rid of the Web Strike Elite. He knows I have it, so he's gonna play around it, but... Slasher... Alright, well if he's gonna tap out, then... I will get this off the board. Taking a risk here. I'll just take it. Depending on what he does here, I could kill him next turn. Ritual Chamber. Alright, well, let's see if he goes after me with the slasher. He does. I'll take it. No, wait. We gotta wait till this happens. Okay. Otherwise, we're gonna beat a 1. I need a land. Give me a land, please. That's not a land. Oh, my goodness. And we just die to the Unholy Annex. Oh wait, no, we still win. Okay. Whew. I forgot about the counter I put on it from the Paw Patch recruit. GG. Got him. That extra 3 damage was what did it. Seat of Varma. Phoenix Honor. Let's go. Let's go, little hobbitses. Hobbitses. Taking a risk here. We don't have a 2-drop anyway, so I'm banking on us at least drawing a land. But if we do not draw land, I can at least Mockingbird Paw Patch here. Hopefully we will draw land. I think I'm gonna fetch an island, though. Opponent is gonna slap a Wicked Roll onto the Freebooter. That's fine with me. I'm gonna fetch an island. We have way more forests in the deck. And if I fetch the island, I can get Zephyr of Souls out. All right, and that at least gives me a viable blocker. Opponent's on 1 land right now, so... Okay, now they're on 2 lands. And they have their red mana now. Zephyr Singer, though, coming through here. Now, if I can just find a 3rd land, doesn't even have to be a green land. It's part of the reason I went for the island, because, like, Tyvar would be great, but we do have Spinner of Souls. Alright, opponent draws 2 cards. They've already played their land for turn, so they just kind of have to sit here and do nothing. And that means that we get to have... I'm just not going to block. No land. Mockingbird. This feels pretty good because anything he targets, I'm going to get 3 counters on it, and then I can Tyvar stand to protect it, so... For being mana screwed right now, we're doing pretty well. Mockingbird, I love Mockingbird. Hopefully we'll find a land eventually. Greedy Freebooter. I'll block this. He's planning on removing it in response. The only thing that would be a bummer is if he has, and he definitely could have nowhere to run. That would suck. But at the very least, I would still get counters on all my Paw Patch recruits. And that would be his entire turn. So I'd basically be gaining the power I'm losing back through the counters from the recruits. Torch the tower. That should do it. GG, my friend. Didn't even find the lands we needed quick enough. Still got them. The Vivo Jack? I saw Eevee in there. I was like, Eevee, the Vivo Jack. What is the Vivo Jack? Tell me, Jack. What is the Vivo? We got a good hand, though. Got a 1, a 2, a 3. We like 1, 2, 3s. If we got to break that sequence up a little bit, we got a Tyvar stand in there. I've been pretty impressed with Sita Pharma so far. Like, her exhaust ability is really good. Because Tyvar is such a strong card, and Sita Pharma is basically 2-mana Tyvar, in my opinion. Because, like, for, like, all of our Paw Patch recruits and, like, our, all our little guys, like, it's gonna grow all of them. Evolving Adaptives grow the most. Because they technically have a 0/0 power and toughness. Sanctum and Recruit. Seachrome Coast for the opponent and a Ginger Brute. You got it, good sir. Artifact Aggro, I like it. Let's get a Forest down and a Seat of Arma. No attacks. Not just gonna run my Paw Patch Recruit into stuff for no reason. Mendicant. You got it. Spinner of Souls. That wasn't smart. I forgot Mendicant has 3 toughness for some reason. Let's see if our opponent takes advantage. They do not. At the very least, we would have gotten rid of the Ginger Brute and drawn a card, but still, I should have... Don't just hit a tackle. Opponent, for some reason, did not take advantage of the free block there, so thankfully my opponent also made a mistake. Assimilation Aegis. Alright, so we get a counter on Sita. We're happy about that. I need another mana. Do I, though? I guess we just let the Aegis go. Ginger Brute. Can slap. He's gonna lose the haste if he slaps it on a Ginger Brute, though. Memory Guardian, sure. Opponent gets in with their Ginger Brute. Makes it unblockable, sure. All right. Opponent not thinking this through. Opponent's at 2. We have a board full of fun stuff. Sure. Unfortunately, not going to be enough to save you, my friend. GG. All right, here we are for the post-game wrap. 40 games, 73%. 73. What? I haven't had a result like this in a while from 40 games. Like, typically, I'm happy. I'm, like, stoked if I get 60 to 65% win rate over 40 games, because 40 games realistically is a reasonable amount of games to get a real win rate out of a deck. You know, maybe sometimes I'll have a good run and, you know, get a little bit higher of a win rate than I would if I played 100 games with it. But 40 games is a good take. And this has been, you can see it, and mono black is still just crazy rampant right now. 9 matches out of 40 were mono black, but we 78% win rate against them. For 80% win rate against blue white, which is all the rage right now, the artifact deck. So kicking the artifact deck across the curb because they're just too slow for us. Um, just wow, this deck way outperformed my expectations. I don't even think this is a. It might be expensive. I mean, so mockingbirds are rare, paw patches are rare, Tyvar stands uncommon, query and beast callers are rare. Only one mythic, though. Only one mythic in the whole deck, and that's Tyvar the Pummeler. And I could honestly say you could put 2 more Seat of Armas and get rid of Tyvar if you really wanted to, but I do think Tyvar is still very, very solid for the deck, and I would suggest crafting it if you don't have it, if you're going to play this deck. But if you don't, you've only really been opening some of the more recent sets. Maybe you have more Seat of Armas than you do Tyvars, which you could definitely replace those. But it's not a crazy expensive deck. Not a lot of mythics, which is, you know, that's the hardest resource to have. So this deck's great. I highly recommend trying this out. It felt good against everything. Diversion unit was just amazing against any kind of control matchups or saving a key creature from a removal spell. You know, basically trading this for whatever creature we don't want to lose, and then if we have Spinner of Souls in the battlefield, we're getting a free creature out of it. Mockingbird is still one of my favorite creatures, and just being able to copy our own stuff, like sometimes just being able to copy a bunch of Paw Patch recruits and just having a bunch of Paw Patch recruits on the field won us games, or being able to copy our opponent's crazy creatures, their glissas, their, you know, demons, their, you know, whatever. A lot of people don't realize you can just copy anything with this, any creature on the battlefield. So even if our, you know, if our opponent plays something crazy, we can copy that too. And yeah, this deck's awesome. I highly recommend it. This was the most fun I've had recording a video in a while. And it felt really good. So I hope that you will try this out. It's absolutely worth it. And if you've made it this far to the video and you enjoyed all of this, I hope you'll take a quick moment to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all of you so much who've made it this far with me, and I just can't thank you enough. So thank you again for being here with me, and I will catch you in the next one.